Kita belum sempat bahas tadi adalah Eugene Leverty. Sebetulnya dia sedang
jauh
lagi
ya. Ya lumayan jauh, tapi kan awal-awalnya mereka kasih tahu dia tadi udah pilih compound yang soft juga.
Oke. Nah ini ada informasi dari Medical Center rider nomor 76 Rollers.
Oke, ini kan ganti sama siapa? Ya, ini dia.
Kita langsung saja mengisi live race untuk seri MOTO GP. Selamat menyaksikan.
How long will it take Crutchlow, Rossi, Vinales to get the right working temperature into that hard option front tyre? So the red flag being shown. This is the second row of the grid. The two Repsol Hondas, Danny Pedrosa in the centre there. The championship leader, Marc Marquez, alongside him, Eugene Leverty. Round 12 for the MOTO GP World Championship. Front row, the homeboy, Cal Crutchlow. Alongside him, last year's winner, Valentino Rossi. Completing the front row, the Suzuki of Maverick Vinales. Round 12 for the MOTO GP World Championship is underway here at Silverstone. Crutchlow and Rossi got away well off the front row. Andre, you know, he looked like he bogged it off the line. Vinales up the inside, but it's Rossi that would lead going through Cox Corner. Valentino Rossi, race winner here at Silverstone 1 year ago. He leads the way from Cal Crutchlow. Vinales tries to fight back, and it's the Suzuki man that leads through Magnus. Vinales leads the British Grand Prix. Big crash at the back of the field there. Massive crash. Was that Alex Lowe's or Pi Spargo? It's one of the adventure Ducatis. We might have this race red flag very early on. We keep an eye on the red flag situation. Maverick Vinales rides down towards the Stoke corner. We ride with Valentino Rossi. Cal Crutchlow right behind him. We will keep you right up to date. Perhaps this race may have to be stopped as they come into Stoke corner. And it's the Suzuki of Maverick Vinales, the 21-year-old Spaniard, former Moto3 winner here, who's racing away at the start. Look at Eugene Leverty on those soft option rear tyres and the soft option front. Leverty's up to second place. He's up on the inside of Valentino Rossi going through the Vale. Turn number 8. Rossi, can he fight back? No, he can't. Leverty second. Eugene Leverty coming up to the red flag. Red flag is out. Yeah. Race has been stopped. We thought it would be. A nasty looking crash coming into the Maggots corner.
It was definitely one of the Tech 3 Yamahas, and Alex Lowe's was in 16th place. So as we thought, it was definitely Pi Spargo, and it was one of the adventure Ducatis, I'm sure. Hector Barber's out there. It's Loris Baz. I think it was an incident with Loris Baz. It was running down that fast first section through Maggots and Beckett's. We thought we might have to see the red flag. There was a lot of damage and debris strewn across the circuit. We hope that Pi Spargo and Loris Baz are perfectly okay. Turn number 1, it's a little bit further on through the course. There it is, it was Loris Baz. There's his badly damaged adventure Ducati.
There we go, red flag, an incident at turn 1. I think it was just a bit beyond turn 1. Was it at Cops or a little bit further down?
I think it was actually, there's Pi Spargo. Yeah, we thought it was definitely one of the Tech 3 Yamaha lines. I think it was going into Maggots, Nick, through turns 2 and 3.
Yeah. Anyway, we've seen Pi Spargo going away on the stretcher, but the fact that he's going away on the stretcher obviously not good, but perhaps not such good news with one of the riders lying on the track at the moment. We will keep you right up to date. If you've just tuned in, British Grand Prix has been stopped on the first lap following an incident at the second corner, the Maggots curve. But with Loris Baz, we're pretty certain Alex Lowe's and Pi Spargo.
Here it's Pi Spargo and Loris Baz. They were the two riders involved. It wasn't turn number 2. That really, really fast run down to the Maggots corner.
We've just been told at the moment it's Baz and Spargo.
Yeah, Lowe's was through. He was in 16th place. So this can hang in there in this battle for the podium. He's doing a good job of holding off Crutchlow, Pedrosa and Iannone at the moment.
Yeah, Iannone, after looking so fierce, taking 2 riders going into club corner, really has not made a lot of progress since then, has he? And in fact, Danny Pedrosa has got past him.
But I think we do need to think that Pedrosa and Iannone, as well as Dovizioso behind, are on that softer option rear tyre, the front 4 on the medium, and considering what Iannone did in Austria last time out, just conserving the tyre right until the end, you don't know whether those guys are actually just quite comfortable sitting there right now.
Yeah, behind Andre Iannone, we get a glimpse there of Jorge Lorenzo running in 8th place, and Alessio Spargo on the second of the Suzukis in 9th. Then it's Petrucci 10, Miller 11, Hernandez 12, Bautista 13, 14 is Hector Barbera, and 15th place is Alex Lowe's.
Looks like it will be a 6th successive race without a victory for Jorge Lorenzo. His championship challenges fading very fast with Marc Marquez again in the podium places.
Marquez will want to beat Valentino Rossi, but he won't be too disappointed if he just finishes one place behind him as far as the championship goes.
We're into the fourth sector now, where the Honda's been working well all weekend. This is where Marquez should be able to close down a little bit on Valentino Rossi. Maverick Vinales, you can see in the top left-hand picture of your screen, is coming over the line to start lap number 9. And the gap between Vinales and Rossi's ekes out again is 2.7 seconds. Marquez and Crutchlow setting their personal best laps last time around, but Valentino Rossi holding firm in second place. But Maverick Vinales is running away with this British Grand Prix.
Here he is through this magnificent Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel Curve complex. Switch now back to Marquez. And just coming under a little bit of pressure from Cal Crutchlow. We ride now with Cal Crutchlow, pole position for the British rider. This is this section, it is superb. Right, left, right, left, right.
Looked like he briefly got ahead of Marquez there, but Marquez just held firm.
Through the Vale section, halfway through this lap, so that will be 10 and a half laps to go. It's a 19-lap race. First race was stopped halfway through the first lap following the accident of Paul Espargaro and Loris Baz. They come onto the international pit straight, and he's got about a good half of that straight to his advantage, hasn't he, Maverick Vinales, as he tips it into the Abbey Curve.
Well, this is why Suzuki signed him after just 1 year in the Moto2 World Championship. This is why Yamaha have signed Maverick Vinales to replace Jorge Lorenzo next year, on board with Danny Pedrosa, who's locked in this brilliant fight for second place. You can see Rossi, Marquez and Cal Crutchlow just ahead of him. You can't see the race leader, Maverick Vinales, because he's just a dot in the distance going down the Wellington Straight, the Spanish rider.
Back to the battle for second place. Rossi and Marquez into Brooklands.
Looks like a dog with a bone, Marquez.
Oh,
Rossi can't break it, can he?
And he's quite happy where he is because it's great for the championship. But he wants to beat him, doesn't he? He wants to beat him desperately. And I'm afraid, whatever the team have told him, whatever instructions he's received, he's in his zone now, isn't he? He wants to beat Valentino Rossi. This is going to go all the way to the end, I promise you.
3 seconds, the gap now between Vinales and Rossi. So Vinales 3 seconds up for the first time in this race. It's a great battle. A 5-rider fight for second place at the moment. Big speed wobble for Marquez. He lost acceleration and drive coming out of Cops Corner. Cal Crutchlow says thank you very much. The British rider sweeps through into third.
Brilliant stuff from Crutchlow. Mistake from, well, don't matter, mistake from Marquez. I don't think there's an awful lot he can do about it. They come down the hanger straight now towards the Stowe corner. Vinales has disappeared, and Cal Crutchlow is on the podium as we stand. But with 9.5 laps to go, that can change dramatically. Here comes Andrea Iannone up the inside of Danny Pedrosa. Pushes him wide. Iannone surely he's got the inside line. He has now. Perhaps he has been conserving his tyres, as he did in Austria 3 weeks ago.
Well, he's got work to do because he's given Maverick Vinales a 4-second start, and normally in MotoGP you can't do that at this level. Vinales has long gone into the distance, so Iannone up into 5th. This was where Marquez had problems. Yeah, look at that. He just lost. If he hit a bump there and just lost the rear as he came over a bump, but we know the Honda's had some acceleration problems. Yeah, he's squeezing the power on there, and he just rear tyre spinning up, lost all momentum down into Magnus, and Cal Crutchlow was able to sweep quite easily through. Crutchlow now swarming all over the rear tyre of Valentino Rossi.
Well, Maverick Vinales is disappearing into the distance, but there's a tremendous battle still continuing for second place. A 3-second advantage now. Onto the Wellington Straight they come. Crutchlow closing up on Valentino Rossi. Will he try to get up the inside on the brakes? No, he is not close enough. That last Suzuki win, I think we've probably got to start saying that now. That last Suzuki win, 2007, Chris Fimulin.
Yeah, in the wet, yeah. I'm sure Chris, in his role of pundit for Australian TV, will be cheering on Maverick Vinales, watching his ex-factory potentially end their long run without success. It's Crutchlow up the inside of Rossi's there.
He's trying very hard indeed, not quite into Cops corner. Marquez fighting back. Iannone on the rear wheel of Marquez. I tell you, this battle for second place is going to explode, and Iannone through on Marquez. Iannone, I think, is the man to watch at the moment on the Ducati.
I think Marquez is having real problems with rear grip coming out of the Cops corner, because that's the second lap in a row now that he's lost position. Crutchlow last time around, this time around it was Andrea Iannone.
We ride with Mark Marquez, that's his teammate, Danny Pedrosa behind him. So the gap would be reduced to 44 points. So he's taken 9 points off him if this remains the same, if Valentino Rossi staying in second place. And of course, Maverick Vinales also winning the race. And Vinales will be closing right up the battle for third place with Jorge Lorenzo.
Yeah, Drake, he looks really, really threatening there in fourth place. He's closing up on Cal Crutchlow as they sweep through the club corner. Look at the corner speed that he can carry with those softer option tyres.
Grip there, wasn't he? Tremendous grip out of the club corner, up the inside of Crutchlow. There is absolutely nothing Cal Crutchlow can do. And it reminds me of Cal Crutchlow and Bruno, the way he was finding that grip.
So then up into the podium place. Next in his sights will be Valentino Rossi. Maverick Vinales is about to go 4 seconds clear of this chasing pack. This is a great battle raging for second place. We're on board with Andrea looking back at Bruno winner Cal Crutchlow. The way that he's signed his way through Marquez and Cal Crutchlow on this lap, well, Valentino Rossi will be having a very big problem very, very shortly.
He's arriving at speed. That red Ducati down at Brooklands. Dylan.
Yeah, if you look, it's only Vinales and Iannone that are in the 202s. I think now we've seen this big drop-off that they've set, because they've all of a sudden now almost everyone's dropped into the 203s. It's only Vinales and Iannone who've avoided that so far.
What happened on Friday? The superior race pace was from Maverick Vinales and Andrea, and it was clear to see on the time sheets on Friday afternoon. So Iannone up the inside of Valentino Rossi. He's making this look easy. Andrea Iannone, in a lap and a half, he's past Marquez, Crutchlow and Rossi.
He's siding through them like a knife through butter. Now, with just under 8 laps ago, can he make any impression on Maverick Vinales at the front?
Well, he needs to be lapping half a second a lap faster then, doesn't he? And the way Maverick Vinales has been in complete control. Iannone himself dropped into the 203s last time. And here comes Rossi fighting back.
Rossi's not having it, is he? They're absolutely side by side, 320 kilometres an hour. What a great shot, and Rossi's going to outbrake him into Stowe, and he's done it.
Well, it feels like he can reach out and touch. Andrea Iannone there, coming into the braking zone. Alessia Spargo will have a 1 second penalty added to his lap time. Rossi is through. This is a great fight for second place. Of course, while they're tripping each other up, Maverick Vinales is just eking away at the front. He does lead now by 4.3 seconds, Vinales. Surely it's his race to lose now.
It might not be a race at the front, but it's an unbelievable race for second place and full marks to Valentino Rossi. We thought Andrea Iannone was going to disappear into the distance. Rossi had other thoughts, but Iannone would come back at him. Crutchlow coming into the fray as well as they go through the Falcon. Crutchlow almost getting up the inside of Andrea Iannone. Mark Marquez and Pedrosa joining in the fun. This is mayhem. What a battle for second place as they come onto that Wellington straight.
Yeah, it looked like Crutchlow with that hard option front tyre. He's a bit more braking stability than Andrea Iannone going down into that village corner. Wasn't quite able to find his way through on Andrea Iannone. Dovizioso's come right back into this battle for second place as well. He's just at the back of this group in 7th place. Dovizioso. Don't rule him out of this fight for second place.
7 laps to go. Vinales has already crossed the line. Rossi crosses the line now. Boy, that's a gap of 4.8 seconds. But I don't think we're too worried about that as Iannone gets back up the inside of Valentino Rossi at Cobb's corner. Crutchlow trying to ride round the outside of him. It's like a speedway match as they're racing through there at 120 miles an hour. Down towards the Maggots corner.
This is like a Moto 3 race in Moto GP. Fantastic action. Maverick Vinales again was half a second quicker than this chasing group. 4.8 seconds now he leads this race. He's coming down to the end of the hanger straight for Stoke Corner while these group are still just coming up to this hanger straight. Iannone then can he make the breakaway from Rossi, Crutchlow, Marquez, Pedrosa and Dovizioso? Surely it's too late to hunt down Maverick Vinales. Here we go, Iannone up the inside of Valentino Rossi at the first corner. Quite literally a bird's eye view from Rossi's Yamaha M1.
And that's of course where Iannone went down yesterday, nearly in free practice 4 in a big fall. As Cal Crutchlow obviously wants to finish on the podium, we ride with Maverick Vinales. So far, absolute masterclass from a lad so young, 21 years old, only in his second season of MotoGP. He is a world champion in Moto3, had some Moto2 wins as well, but immediately snatched up by Suzuki to make an early MotoGP debut. It has paid off, but the battle for second place continues to rage. Iannone and Marquez now with Cal Crutchlow. Marquez now up into fourth place, Rossi third, and in second place Andrea Iannone, and he hasn't been able to break away from Valentino Rossi. Rossi again thinks about the inside, he's not close enough as they come into the Brooklands corner.
Marquez is through on Crutchlow. You can see there Aleix Espargaro will be penalised with a 1 second penalty at the end of the race. I thought I saw a Suzuki running off at Maggotts a little bit early on in the race, so it won't affect what Crutchlow. That's brave up the inside of Marquez at Woodcote. Oh, what a move by Crutchlow. Aggressive, hard but fair. He picks up Marquez. That's flat out through there. Crutchlow, brave in the extreme. Brilliant move by Crutchlow to take that fourth place back from Marquez. Marquez going to get a bit of a taste of his own medicine that time.
Crutchlow again. He's got up the inside of Valentino Rossi. Crutchlow is up on the podium place in third place.
Crutchlow really starting to bare his teeth now. Brilliant moves on Marquez and Valentino Rossi in the space of 3 corners. Cal Crutchlow then back in the podium place in his home Grand Prix.
We ride with Valentino Rossi, Cal Crutchlow in front of him, under the bridge, fastest part of the circuit, down towards Stoke Corner, well over 320 kilometres an hour. Rossi sniffs up the inside and then says, no, if I got up the inside there, take both of them out into the gravel at Stoke Corner.
Crutchlow, can he close up on the brakes with that hard option front tyre on Andrea Iannone in the braking zone for Vale? Not quite. Iannone still holding firm in second. Danny Pedrosa and Andrea Dovizioso just can't quite get in that hunt for the podium right now. There is Maverick Vinales going through the Abbey curve, way ahead of Andrea Iannone. We're on board again with Valentino Rossi.
In front of him is Cal Crutchlow, and just in the red there, Andrea Iannone going through the farm curve. We saw Iannone go down there yesterday in a fairly big crash. Slowest part of the circuit, the loop, and then the village corner.
Andrea Iannone's doing a brilliant job here of managing those soft option tyres. Marquez picks up Valentino Rossi. Oh, that's really aggressive from Marquez. These two have had some battle royales down the years.
He's not going to be happy about that. This is personal. We ride with Rossi. I tell you, he's going to get up the inside of Brooklands. He's going to give it absolutely everything, and he has got up the inside of Brooklands, and there is nowhere for Marquez to go. This is personal. This is...
Oh, Iannone's gone down. Andrea Iannone's crashed out of second place. He's down at the Luffield corner. Iannone out of second place, so this is now a battle for third in the race. There is Andrea Iannone. Well, finally his soft option front tyre has cried no more. It puts Crutchlow second, and this epic fight between Rossi and Marquez is now a fight for third.
Yeah, through Cops Corner they come. They have taken their gloves off, these two, as they have done on many, many times before. Oh, Marquez thought about getting up the inside, going into the Maggotts corner. Now he has got up the inside. He's got off the track. Marquez puts his hand up. He had to run straight on.
That's fine. He can come back on in front of Danny Pedrosa and Andrea Dovizioso. He knew he couldn't come back on track in front of Valentino Rossi.
So that has changed the situation quite dramatically. Cal Crutchlow a second, Valentino Rossi third, then Marquez. Let's have a look at it again. He's just getting in too hot, isn't he? Yeah. He's just got to run it on.
That's a classic case of impatience and over-exuberance from Marquez. Look at this. What an onboard shot that is from Valentino Rossi. Brilliant from the gyroscopic camera.
Follows Marquez
going
off into the boondocks, into the country.
Marquez is right back on Valentino Rossi. He's going to have a look up the inside of the Abbey corner. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. Rossi just slightly later on the brakes as they peel through Abbey.
The red mist is down, the red mist is down with Marquez. He's got upstairs inside down with Valentino Rossi. And is he going to hold firm? And Rossi comes back at him, side by side. And Rossi back through. Marquez fights back. This is very personal indeed. I think Marquez has stolen it back again. He has. Rossi tries to get back up the inside. You'll never see better motorcycle racing. You never see better motorsport than this in the world.
Wheel to wheel, elbow to elbow between Marquez and Valentino Rossi here at the British Grand Prix. 4 laps and 3 corners remaining. Maverick Vinales in complete control of this race. He's 5 seconds clear of Cal Crutchlow in second place. But the fans, the 75,000 fans packed into Silverstone, captivated by this titanic battle between Marquez and Rossi for third.
And Danny Pedrosa now joining in the fun. He wants to help his teammate, Marc Marquez.
Well, Rossi and Marquez...
It's a shame in some ways it's taking all the glory away from Maverick Vinales, isn't it?
Well, the Rossi-Marquez scrap is doing two things. They're carving each other up so much, it's given Cal Crutchlow the chance to break away in second, and it's brought Pedrosa and Dovizioso back into the hunt for the podium.
This is the battle for third place. It's very fierce indeed. 56-point gap now in the World Championship, but these positions remain the same. I can promise you these positions will not remain the same in the next 3.5 laps.
Marc Marquez has probably got some blue paint on his leathers, and Valentino Rossi's probably got some red and orange paint on his leathers. It's been that close in this fight for third place. As we said, it's given Cal Crutchlow the chance to break away from Marquez in third place. Crutchlow's a second ahead now of Marquez.
Yeah, Crutchlow would not want to be involved in this. He would for enjoyment, but not for the position he stands in the race. Here is Scott Redding.
He hasn't had another crash.
It's going to be the third crash for poor old Scott Redding, is it? Right, back to the battle for third place. Crutchlow has owned up a bit of an advantage. We have 3.5 laps to go. They come into the Abbey Curve. What another ride by Cal Crutchlow. Second in Germany. Winner in Brno 2 weeks ago. And now running in second place.
It does look like Marquez has got the pace to get away from Rossi. Breathtaking shots here on board that gyroscopic camera from Valentino Rossi. That was so close. A face full of Marc Marquez. Absolutely brilliant action.
It is. It's Moto 3. It's club racing, isn't it?
Oh, big moment for Crutchlow as he squeezed the power on coming out of Brooklands. That's going to give Marc Marquez heart in this battle for second place. Crutchlow just asking for the power a little bit too early. He was thrown out of the seat. Gathered it all back up though. Crutchlow stays in second place.
The big crowd and this grandstands that engulf this Woodcote corner. They clap, but they're a little bit quieter. Crutchlow, 3 laps to go, tips it into Cops corner. The advantage in the front for Maverick Vinales, 4.6 seconds.
Got to take your hat off to Marc Marquez, Nick. He's just put in a 2:02.825. He was half a second quicker than Crutchlow last time around. Half a second quicker than Valentino Rossi. He's broken Rossi, no doubt about that. Marc Marquez is winning this personal duel for third place. Now it's all about hunting down Cal Crutchlow. You can forget about this man, Maverick Vinales, because he has long gone into the distance. Vinales leads by 4.6 seconds. Suzuki are about to be on the top step of a MotoGP podium for the first time since 2007. Chris Fumulin at Le Mans. If Maverick Vinales can keep his composure, he's been the top gun today, no doubt about that.
The battle for second place. Crutchlow on the brakes into club corner.
Look at that. Davide Brivio, he cannot watch.
Because Davide Brivio was the man that instigated Rossi's move from Honda to Yamaha, masterminded success at Yamaha, wasn't he? He's doing the same at Suzuki now, and he's closing up all the time. Is Marc Marquez on Crutchlow as they go through the Abbey Curve.
This was the moment he had coming through Brooklands on the last lap. He's just, look at that for Crutchlow. That was a big moment for Cal. And that's brought Marc Marquez right back into contention. Marc Marquez attacks Crutchlow. Marquez is the man on the charge in this race at the end of the British Grand Prix. He takes second place from Cal Crutchlow. Has Crutchlow got anything to respond?
Oh, he clinically passed him, wasn't it? Very clean indeed. But here comes Crutchlow, absolutely side by side. He blinked, and now he runs in a bit wide, and Marquez has got up the inside, but Crutchlow has the advantage, but Marquez makes it stick. So Marquez now second, Crutchlow third, into Woodcote corner. There will be 2 laps to go. I think Crutchlow's going to have one more nibble at him, don't you?
I think we can safely say that Marc Marquez hasn't been riding with the championship in mind today.
Here comes Crutchlow up into Cops corner.
He's got the inside line as well. Yeah, Marquez can't turn in because Cal Crutchlow's right there on the LCR on the rider. What a battle we've seen for second place race behind Maverick Vinales. It's been awesome between Crutchlow, between Marquez, between Valentino Rossi. Rossi looks out of it in 4th place. He's really struggling to try and get on the podium for the second year in a row here at Silverstone.
They come through the last part of the complex through the chapel curve onto the hanger straight. Good drive out of here. Both of them on Hondas, of course. Now Will Marquez try to nip out of that slipstream any moment now. Here he comes. Up the inside on the brakes. He sweeps past Crutchlow.
Oh, he's in way too hot. He's in way too hot. Marquez has got off the track. That's going to cost him the podium. It's podium over surely for Marquez. He got it all in way too hot on Cal Crutchlow. And Marquez has dropped back behind Rossi. He's dropped back behind Danny Pedrosa. Well, we said, would he throw caution to the wind? Well, he did, and it's backfired.
Here they are at Stoke Corner. He's just too fast. He nearly tipped Cal Crutchlow.
That's why, yeah, it was nearly elbow to elbow, and all he's doing is going to the car park. And that is podium over for Marc Marquez, surely.
Well, as you so rightly say, Mark, full marks to this man. Maverick Vinales, what a ride on the Suzuki, but a fiercer battle as we've seen all season for second place.
Really in action. Marc Marquez, well, he's said all year long, if he hasn't been able to win the race, he'll quite happily settle for the points. Oh, dearie me. He's
settling for the points.
This has been Marc Marquez in all-out attack mode right from the get-go here. It's been absolutely sensational to watch. Little bit 93 at work here in this British Grand Prix.
He's trying to get past his teammate Danny Pedrosa now, down at Brooklands Corner. He's all over his rear wheel. He just doesn't know the meaning of the word, does he? Take it carefully, just pick up the World Championship points. We thought he did, but he doesn't. Through Woodcut they come, right on the rear wheel. Vinales has crossed the line already. Crutchlow in second place, Valentino Rossi third.
Yeah, Marquez will be kicking himself. Maverick Vinales then on the final lap. History beckons for the Suzuki rider. What a year it's been for the MotoGP World Championship as Marc Marquez tried to fight back through on Danny Pedrosa. Marquez back up to fourth. What a year for the MotoGP World Championship. 7 different winners we're about to be seeing with Maverick Vinales at the front. We could have 4 first-time winners in the last 5 Grand Prix here in MotoGP. Brilliant stuff.
Well, he was the star of the future. He's now the star of today. Captain Abraham can't.
His girlfriend.
She's given up one.
Yeah.
She's just looking through her fingers, isn't she?
She's got those fingernails left, that's for
down
sure.
at Club Corner. Crutchlow now looks pretty safe in second place with Valentino Rossi third. Marquez in fourth place, but Marquez was up in the second place. You can't look. The girlfriend is just hoping and praying. He's got half a lap to go here at Silverstone. He's into the Abbey curve. Crutchlow and Rossi are now there. Marc Marquez and Danny Pedrosa.
Take nothing away from Cal Crutchlow as well, Nick. It's been a brilliant ride from him to score a second successive podium. He's had some real miserable moments on home soil in the British Grand Prix as Cal Crutchlow, but he's putting all those behind him as Maverick Vinales. He comes through the loop. He has a good glance at the big screen there. Maverick Vinales edging ever closer to Suzuki's first victory since Le Mans in 2007. He comes down the Wellington Straight. The Suzuki fans are in jubilant mood. Maverick Vinales, he's been MotoGP's top gun today.
Cal Crutchlow in second place, but now all eyes will turn to the 21-year-old Spaniard. His premier class maiden victory, Suzuki's first win since 2007. Maverick Vinales wins here at Silverstone.
Brilliant ride by Maverick Vinales. Cal Crutchlow takes a phenomenal second place. Valentino Rossi third. Marquez did find his way back into fourth place. What a ride by the Spaniard. He was all action throughout that 19-lap race. Danny Pedrosa fifth. Andrea Dovizioso in sixth place. Aleix Espargaro was seventh. That 1 second penalty won't alter his position. Jorge Lorenzo back in eighth.
Danilo Petrucci crossing the line in 9th place. Just 9 riders across the line as we stand at the moment. Alvaro Bautista in 10th place.
There's Aleix Espargaro. Great to see him congratulating his teammate Maverick Vinales.
Yeah, Yoni Hernandez 11, Eugene Lavity 12, Alex Lowe's in 13th place, Hector Barbara 14th, and in 15th place Tito Rabat and Jack Miller in 16th place. I think Scott Running may still be going despite his 2 crashes and should finish 17th.
There you go, confirmation. Chris Vermeulen, the last Suzuki MotoGP winner back in 2007. Well, that long run's ended. How many long barren runs are being ended at the moment? Ducati winning their first race in 6 years.
Keluar dari track gitu ya.
Keluar dari track dan Dan track ini membantu sekali karena ada banyak space-nya yang
Iya.
dengan aspalnya.
Betul.
Coba kalau ada gravel atau kalau ada rumput, pasti itu udah jatuh
Ya.
atau mundur ke belakang jauh sekali.
Lagi-lagi
Faktor
beruntung.
keuntungan yang saya selalu bilang itu penting sekali di MotoGP.
Bener. Kenapa kok pas kejadian ini justru tracknya bukan gravel gitu ya? Nah, sekarang kita dengarkan komentar dari Valentino Rossi.
Well, Valentino, I think a very important third place for the championship, but it certainly didn't look like an easy one at the end there. Some great battles with Mark and Cal. Tell us about them.
Yeah, you know, for the championship is just 3 points, but I'm very happy because it was a hard battle. I fight for all the race. I never give up because unfortunately after 8-9 laps I start to slide a lot on the rear, so it was very difficult. Control the bike, but at the end it was very funny with Marquez and Grasso, and I'm very happy for this podium.
Thanks a lot, Vale. Congratulations.
I love the way he describes it as very funny. If I was anywhere near it, would describe it as very scary, I think.
Yeah, scary, funny, in equal measure. But it was brilliant. Valentino Rossi back on the podium again.
And this is Cal Crutchlow. Well, as you say, three podium finishes in the last 4 races, the win in Brno, the second place in Germany, and here a second place in his home Grand Prix. Just brilliant from Cal Crutchlow. And these fans have put up with a lot of inclement weather. We're rewarded. Here is Cal Crutchlow.
Well, Cal, from a win in the wet to a very hard-fought second place in front of the home fans, how does it compare?
Yeah, I put up that. It was a long race. Good fun. Great fun to excuse me. To be battling with the guys at the front. I think we deserve that result here. I think the crowd deserved it. They've backed me through thick and thin here over the years. Most of the time I've been in the hospital, so to be here and still on the podium for them is fantastic. A pole position and a second place, I'll take it all day long. I didn't expect to be on the podium. I expected to be in the top 6, so to come away in second place and battle with these guys over a full race distance at Silverstone is good. I controlled it at the end. I knew I had a little bit of a gap, so I was happy enough. And I want to thank everybody for their support. I want to thank my team and Honda for giving me a great package this weekend. And we'll try again next week in Misano.
Thanks a lot, Cal. Congratulations.
Yeah, and he will. He's in the form of his life, Cal Crutchlow.
Yeah,
They all
brilliant.
seem to enjoy it so much, didn't
Well,
they?
that's what they thrive for. This is what these guys live for. That's why they go out onto the track to risk their lives. It was just brilliant entertainment right from the word go. This was Cal Crutchlow up the inside of Marc Marquez. Marquez picked a couple of fights today that perhaps
lost.
normally he would win.
Yeah,
but
that's right. He ended up with a bit of a bloody nose, didn't he? He did. You're absolutely right. God, how much adrenaline must be coursing through your veins when you're doing this.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, they clipped.
They clipped. Yeah, they definitely touched.
And this is where he runs straight on, isn't it? So we mustn't forget the race winner, 21 years old, Maverick Vinales.
Well, Maverick, earlier this weekend you said you were the Friday champion. Well, today you are the Sunday champion. Suzuki's first win since 2007 and your first ever MotoGP victory. How does it feel?
It was incredible. I mean, for what all I fight all the time now come true, you know, and one race like that I could manage all the time. The lap times were so good, you know, the team worked so much. I'm so grateful for them because I came to this weekend that I think I could win, you know, because I feel also really great on Silverstone always, and my bike was on a really good level, and today we did it, you know. This one dream that came true. I hope I can stay there and give to Suzuki more things like that.
Thanks a lot, Maverick. Congratulations.